Hello, hello. Hey, TJ. So we will be making some music this afternoon. I guess let me fill in the today command. Adam is going to be digitizing the fifth town track that he composed at the piano. It's another track that'll play in the background while you're managing town in Skeleseller. Yeah. Okie dokes. So I'm going to ask about volume. Let me find an instrument that is not obnoxious here. Give me a sec. I guess you can't see this. It doesn't really matter. And nothing's playing yet. I'm trying to find. Okay, here. Volume level, is that okay? Low to me? Okay. Let me turn this up then. All right, how is this? Is that better? I can make it louder than that too. I just want to make sure I'm not going too loud right off the bat. Better? As in, like, we're good now, or do you want it to be louder than that too? Because I can turn it up a bit more. Music is like 70% of your microphone? Yeah, well, once I start talking and play music, the music automatically gets lowered because it's got ducking on, so it shouldn't ever overpower me. But anyway, yeah, let's start with this. And if it is ever too quiet or too loud, just let me know. So I've got a tune in mind. I've already worked on this, but I don't know what instruments we're going to use for it. And I want to start with something a little bit more synth heavy than what we normally do. So let's maybe put these things back into here. So undetach this, and probably the same thing with this. Okay, there we go. Anyway, the tune is this. What do we start with a little intro here. Okay, this is very hard to play on such tiny keys. Anyway, then it's going to get into something a little bit more rhythmic there. But yeah, let's try to find something that's good for this. I'm going to kind of just mess around and look through some instruments we've got here, see if something sounds good. Oh, you know what? I can go into the advanced mode here, right? And show all of this stuff. So there should be... Oh, there it is. Yeah. There's a reverb thing going on now. Let's just turn that off for a sec. Maybe just lower it. Still too much. Hey, Programmer D. I like this, but I don't like some part of it. I'm not sure what yet. Let me see something here. What do we got going on over with this? Nothing there. Maybe it's this. Yeah, I think it is this. I don't want this detuned as much. You can't see me physically change this because I don't have the keyboard camera set up that big. Wonder if I should, yeah, I wonder if I should move some of this stuff. This reminds me of Majora's Mask for some reason. Just the instrument, not the notes. I still think something's missing from this. I don't know what it is. Let me try something else here. It's like there's a harshness to this that I want to level out somehow, and I don't know how to do that. What if we just turn this off for now? Hey, Kevin. Also, I don't know if I said hi to you, Mysterious, but hi. Tenchu. It's Athletics. So yeah, this is how almost all of this always goes for me. Trying to find an instrument is very tough, and then trying to find 3 or 4 that work well together is pretty tough. And I'm not even sure what voicing I want to use yet, so this is a bit of a process. I do like how this sounds. So this is off. What if we change this? We could just distort the whole thing. Sounds horrible. It's too twangy. What if we just crank this up? Okay, no, that will not work. I didn't think it would work. We could add a bit of this though. Makes it sound like it's being played 40 years earlier. Yeah, I don't like this. I think this is getting worse. Okay, let's try something else for now. I wonder if it's worth saving what I just did. Probably not. I think I can probably come up with it again. God, this is such a cool sound. All right, well, we need to come up with something for the actual melody. Not that. Ooh. All right, gotta remove some things from this. Probably this for a bit. Hmm. So I don't know what some of these are going to sound like until I play them. This one is apparently called Impale. Sounds a bit muted. This isn't it. Sounds like the alien flute. I don't even remember how that thing goes. Yeah, I'd have to look it up again. This is very cool. Okay, that became distorted very quickly. Let's turn that off for a sec. Man, this is a really cool synth. There's a lot going on here, and it's interesting to mess around with. I like this sound. I think it could be good for just the melody, maybe. In fact, I could set this to mono. Slight pitch LFO. Yeah. It's neat that you can hear that happening because I need to see that happening, which is coming from right here, and it's apparently very subtle. We can make it much less subtle by doing this. All right, so let's leave this one configured for a bit. And let's make a new one. So we can maybe come back to that one. And then let's sync this one. And now as I change this, it should change in here. Do you have music sheets or memos in front of you for this? How are the names of stuff you're doing? You called one Impaler earlier? Oh, on my screen, it shows the name of the instrument at the top right now. Although for whatever reason, that didn't update. It's weird. Why didn't that update? Maybe because the other one is considered linked? No. Oh, maybe because... No, what is happening right now? Oh no, go back to that. Yeah, now it's correct. Oh, that wasn't even the instrument that was supposed to be played right there. Oh, interesting. All right, too much reverb and possibly release. Let's turn this down. I don't like this. I don't like this one at all. No, let's move on. No. It says 10 semitones up. Let me see. Oh, this is one of those funky ones where if you hold it, it just keeps doing different things. Yeah, I can't use this. Hey, LA, welcome in. It's like the popcorn of the NES. Well, what I'm looking for right now is something for the melody of this new tune. And I'm kind of just messing around and seeing what sparks some inspiration here. So I'm not actually sure we're any closer than when we started, but maybe. This reminds me so much, at least what I just played right there, of something from Link's Awakening. What's that from? I don't recall. It might be the Ballad of the Windfish. I don't remember. If it's from Link's Awakening, though, I need to look it up to find out. Whatever that tune is. I use this tag to play. I'm gonna just delete that one message because it's unusual for someone to have typed a message without anything before it, and it's just a link and there's no description of the link. Next challenge. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it's possible. It's a totally fine link. I recognize your name, but I never know when someone's account has been compromised. Hmm. JavaScript based music maker. Oh, I haven't heard of it. Yeah. This is very cool. I don't know if it fits with what we're doing. I kind of want to try it. I wonder how they're achieving this. It seems like it'd be with a cycle envelope. This is going to... How do we even check this? It's controlling the timbre of this oscillator. And I guess there's a release for this envelope? How do I see that? Right there, yeah. So let's see what this looks like. No, it's a regular envelope controlling it. You can see when this dot is here now and it's going to fall off. And that's what's changing the sound of this. So yeah, it's controlling the wave over here. Very interesting. We make that even more pronounced. Yeah, very neat. We might want to set that to 0. No, the envelope is controlling something else then, right? I don't know what's going on. I can't figure out what's doing that. Yeah, why? The filter is popping up at the end, so it's got to be something connected to the filter. I don't know what I'm missing. Whoa, what does clicking this do? Oh, you can change what it controls? Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I don't even think the bass instrument can do that. I think you need the software to do that. All right, but yeah, this is quite the mystery still. I don't know what's causing this to change. It's the cutoff, apparently. So it must be one of these 3 things. Well, it's not that. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably one of those. All right, well, what was I doing? Assuming that we just turned that off, I guess. Or didn't have this control anything. I guess we have a different instrument. All right, well, let's try something else then. Yeah, some synth strings to that. We fall on 80s. This sounds a lot spacier than anything in Skeleseller so far. I gotta think of what I'm doing here. you ever have home row mods misfire? I don't use home row mods. I use one-shot mods because I hated home row mods because they misfired. So yeah, if you look at my key map, you'll see I've got one-shot mods everywhere. So that way I can enter a layer, like enable all the mods I want, and then press them and it'll activate from one keyboard shortcut. Because yeah, I never got used to home row mods. Let's see what these sound like. Okay, maybe I'm approaching this in a bad way. I can't picture in my mind how that plays out when you're doing something like text selection by word using GUI keys. So I can, well, I can't really move these keyboards easily now to show you. Yeah, sorry, it's gonna be hard to show you a camera view of this, but while I'm in my nav layer, I still have something like shift, control, etc. And if I hold those down, so like if I hold shift down, I can just keep selecting other letters. But if I, sorry, without the camera on, this is pretty hard. Yeah. There's no easy way to show you. Yeah, my desk is rearranged like specifically now for this. And if you ask me next time I'm coding, I can show you a little bit more easily. But I don't want to like slide everything to the side and have to reposition everything. And yeah, that would be a little bit tough. Do you have the key map? I do have it there, yeah. And you could take a look, but it's not going to be super obvious what I'm talking about for this, I guess. So as an example, I guess this is a good example. This is OS shift, so it's a one-shot shift. So if I press this and let go, the next key will be shifted. So press and let go, and then press this key, and you'll type a capital J. But if I hold this down, then it's like I have caps lock on, essentially, just like if you hold a shift key on a regular keyboard. So it might sound like it's only one shot, but you can still hold it to do whatever you want to do. So it ends up being pretty natural. Oh, hey, Kerple. Sorry, I missed your message on YouTube. I don't know how long ago I missed that message. Yeah, 20 minutes apparently. I don't know if you're still there. Sorry for missing that. This is so close to what I want. There's something I need to fix about it, though. The attack is too distorted. Yeah, maybe it's that. Although, what would be doing that? This, maybe? I don't know what's doing that. Yeah, I don't know what's doing that. Oh, man. I don't know. Maybe it is one of these. It's when this gets too loud for some reason. Is it just... Let me just change this. No, it's still happening. I think it'd be cool for you to create a new YouTube video that goes in depth about your key map and real life scenarios, like finger rolling, intentional pacing, natural pacing. I can write it down. I think for a video like that, I'd want to make sure that I'm hitting all of these goals, that like it's meaningful to somebody and not just me rambling about what I'm doing. But yeah, I could probably come up with something that would be helpful there. Oh, I don't know when I would do this. I'm interested though. Well, okay, I like this one. I don't know about the first one now, but anyway, let me put some stuff in and see what this feels like. comparison's sake, I'd be happy to show you those settings I described to you, but applied to my homerow mod base layout. I think the decision of whether to switch or not would be, one, how frustrated are you typing the way you're typing now? Two, how efficient are you? Which is sort of just combined with the being frustrated part. Because you might be slow at something, sort of objectively slow, and not frustrated. And then there's no problem. Maybe you value accuracy over speed. So for me, I just didn't like that what I was trying to do would come out the wrong way enough times where I was like, I just can't use this anymore. And I didn't want to slow down my typing a bunch so that I wouldn't make these mistakes. I didn't think that was worthwhile. So I wanted a completely different way of using the keyboard. These are mostly, it's like a placeholder rhythm that we have here, but I wanted to see what it sounds like for the instrumentation. So we're going to copy this and move this over here. Okay. Now select everything and make it all the same velocity. Bam. All right, interesting. It should be slowed down. Okay, we're getting there, I think. I don't know. E flat minor 7. All right, yeah, put that here. Oh, I should probably save this before I like totally botch this. Where do we put this? New folder, town theme 5. Save this as, I guess, town theme 5. Save. Okay. Will I learn how to music? No. This is what you wish you'd been starting the conventional route when things like chordal hold, flow tab, permissive hold were around. Some of those were around, and part of it is there's probably a way to dial in all those settings such that it feels totally natural. But is it worth the time even figuring that stuff out? And at some point I was just like, I'm sick of this. So I recognized that I probably had not achieved the optimal combination of settings and yet didn't want to continue, and then just switched to one-shot mods. And it's been pretty good. There are some small issues I'm having, although I think they're more with combos than one-shot mods. I think one-shot mods actually make sense to me. Oh, what am I doing? This needs to be down here. What is going on? I'm trying to move this. All right, let's just retype everything. This is not worth the hassle. That can't be right, can it? Yeah, it is. making weird sounds when I do that. I don't know why it's making those sounds. It stopped. Maybe something was being held when it shouldn't have been. All right, so what do we have here? Huh, weird. I don't know how that even popped up. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Oh, interesting. There's a bunch of crazy stuff you can do in FL Studio, apparently. I never try. If you hold right click and then left click. No. How did that happen? Hang on. How did that happen? I don't know what I did. I somehow muted a note without pressing a key on my keyboard. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that did. That's how I opened that, apparently. Yeah, who knows? Whatever. Okay, so All right, so we got a few measures at least. I can go back to this and we can play this out. Oh, what? What happened? I can't click any of these now. This thing is like super messed up. Huh. What's going on here? Wait, I can't click any of this stuff. VST crash? Yeah, it must be. All right, well, let's save and reload. That's not what this sounded like. What? How do I get the instrument back that I had? I made a bunch of changes, right? Oh, maybe it's related to tempo? If I change this, does that like mess everything else up? No, I don't know what's going on. Huh. Well, I guess we can revert this back to normal. But yeah, I don't know what I did. And it's more like what it should have sounded like, but I made some changes to it, and I don't know what those changes were. Well, let's try to figure it out. I kind of want to just make some more chords so that I can play this for longer. How long have I been composing music for? It's sort of hard to answer because I would never consider myself a professional composer. So like when was the first time I tried was probably an incredibly long time ago. But how long has it been consistent for? Yeah, not a very long time. Yeah, I'd probably say I sort of officially started sometime in college. That's at least when I started taking classes. And I didn't take a lot of classes. It was like music theory. And then I think I went to another college for a composition class. And I didn't get very far. And then I kind of dropped it for a while. And then I made the music for Botland and took composition lessons again. And yeah. So sorry, there's not a really satisfying answer there. I don't like if yeah. Sorry. Well, welcome in. I'm guessing with a name like Supertonic that you are a musician. Hey, Sarah. I like the sound of this. But I guess once it gets high enough, it doesn't sound as good anymore, which probably means that the cutoff needs to be modified. Or the filter, I mean. Yeah. If I just raise this. Yeah, it sounds pretty nice. I like that. How do I save this now? I guess I've just saved it directly in here, so if I mess this up again, I'm gonna lose all of that. Oh well, we'll figure it out again then. Right, so I was gonna add in some more notes here. Oh, before I actually started composing. Ah, yeah. Well, still nice. Also, loving soup. Interesting. Perhaps more interesting than the loving music part. I don't dislike soup, but I've never sought it out. Okay, so let's add in some more of these. I'd love for it to be on this instrument. Alright, again, this is kind of just a placeholder until I come up with a better rhythm for this. Natchanax, thanks for the resub. Happy 5/6 of a year. My friend is making a game where you're a ghost who loves soup and you're on a quest to visit all the soup shops. It's pretty cool. All right, then we go to F minor or F dominant 7. Do I have a formal education in music? I have some formal education in music. I took, let's see. I took piano lessons. I started them apparently when I was like 5. That wasn't my choice. That was my parents' choice. And I stopped them when I was 10. That part was my choice. I didn't like being forced to do piano lessons. Then I took them up again when I was 17 because I was like, oh, you know what? Piano's actually pretty nice. And then in college, I did 3 years of piano lessons. And then I think I stopped piano lessons. I think somewhere along the line, I realized I don't want to just work on performing music. I'd rather make music. Personally, the way I look at performances are I have to practice a lot. And since I'm not going to concert halls or something, then at best I'm trying to make a YouTube video or whatever. And not because it's a career or I'm trying to be a music influencer, but just it's a way of capturing all that practice that I did. Then it evaporates. It's like, well, you remember learning that piece? I sure don't. That's what my brain's saying to me. So I'd rather have a way to just sit down at a keyboard and play something. So yeah, I tend to just do more improv lately than not now. All right, so let's copy these over to here and change this to an F sharp. Okay. Yeah, it is useful to have, especially because I have no art skills. So I might as well have some music skills, I guess. All right, so now we go back to this instrument and hope everything didn't just break. Yeah, nice. So wait, how's that supposed to go? Man, I don't remember how it's supposed to go now. What's going on? Oh, B flat, C. Yeah, okay, got it. All right, so yeah, that never repeats. There's not music, and for that I need to learn music theory and all this. I'm trying to stay motivated and composed, knowing that learning this from the ground up and no mentor will require lots of dedication, passion, and patience. Yeah, it will. And if you enjoy it, it's not so bad. If you don't enjoy it, I think lean on the crutches you have to improve the enjoyment. I was talking about this earlier, but just getting someone else involved is usually pretty good. And it doesn't have to be on the project specifically. It could just be a friend who's motivating you or a Discord community that hears your updates, or I don't know, you're all doing your own work at the same time. Something I did repeatedly for several years. Sorry, can't hold on to that. Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing too is it is about training your muscles to some extent. So if you're practicing every day for a couple hours, you'll be able to play something more easily than if you hadn't practiced for the last year. And yeah, I just didn't like that idea. I also don't think that going full throttle in the other direction, being a concert pianist, I don't think I would enjoy that. So I like the mixture of hobbies that I have, and I like game dev, and I like making music for this stuff too. But I've made like 8 minutes of music for Skeleseller so far, and it's taken me how many hours. And even this, like I mostly just composed this for fun at a piano, so it wasn't much time to compose it, I'd say. But now coming up with the instrumentation, the rhythms, the harmonies, that's going to be a lot harder. And that's how this usually goes. I usually struggle with this part the most, which is like how do we get two things that sound good with each other, then add in things on top of that. So I'm not totally sure I'm happy with this sound specifically. Like it doesn't sound like it fits. So we need to keep trying. So we'll duplicate this and I'll mess around with some more things. So this is on exit 20. Where are you, exit 20? I do not see you here. There it is. Okay, so what's this one sound like? This is not right. Getting sometimes really, really jealous seeing people whip together a rough sketch of a soundtrack in a few hours, but the invisible part is hundreds of, if not thousands of hours of practice. Yeah, the other thing too is, like I said, I already composed this. I was just sitting at a piano doing it, and it wasn't like super fast or anything. I had some ideas. I built up those ideas. That was probably over the course of a couple weeks, maybe. And then now I'm just trying to type it into FL Studio, which means I need to come up with instruments, and I struggle with that part. But I think the important thing is wherever you might see someone else doing something better, you're probably doing something better than they are, but you take it for granted. And if they ever looked at you and saw you do that thing, they might say, "Wow, that person's so much better than I am." So, and the other thing is you will improve, especially if you're going to continue making that game. Sounds so cool, but it probably won't fit. Yeah, sounds cool. Yeah, Art Bertrand. Put together game stuff and see pretty quickly without thinking about it. Yeah, yeah. And it's truly just that. It's don't judge a fish by its ability to climb. I realized I was muted. I was only saying this sounds a little bit better. Let me see. Whoa, what was that? Huh. You ever have motivation to make songs that aren't for Skeleseller? Basically just make some music and put it out there. Yeah, I've done a little bit of that before. If you look at my Adam13531 channel on YouTube, you'll see some of that. The thing is, finishing that music is what's difficult. If there's no reason for me to do it, and especially when I'm working on a game at the same time, like there's a reason for me to finish Skeleseller stuff. It's going to end up in the game. It's going to improve the value of the game. Players are going to like it. Players are going to hear it. They might want to seek out the soundtrack. But if it's just some like random video for my YouTube channel or I share it with a friend or two, it's like, yeah, it sounded nice. It was worthwhile, but nothing's really happening with it. So on my piano keyboard, it's a digital piano, and it's got 99 tracks that you can record into. So you play something and you record it and it gets saved as a MIDI file. I've filled that memory up once so far, and not with like full things, or just sometimes a measure or two of an idea. And I then exported it all and then restarted, and now I'm up to like 90. So there are roughly 190 little things that I thought were worth recording, and nothing will probably happen with any of them. Actually, that's not true. Some of them turned into the Skeleseller soundtrack or probably the Botland soundtrack. All right, so I want to try some of these things like this. Let's see. Does it handle vocals? FL Studio does, yeah. The synth that I'm using has a vocoder, but it's going to give you a very vocoder-like sound. What do you have, 90 hours of music you created? Put it on as background noise? Yeah, but yeah, I would need to finish it, I think, for that to be interesting. Like if you heard my 10-second or 15-second snippet from whatever it is I recorded as a MIDI track, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. I like where that's going. And then it just cut off and switch to the next one. You'd be like, oh, why didn't we explore that more? This doesn't really sound like it fits. Man, this is my problem that I always have. I just need to experiment a lot more. Like maybe this would sound better here. Maybe I should just add this on top of it. I mean, why not, right? All right, let's click the little foot button. Where's that? There, step edit. Oh, wait, that was wrong. This one needs to be like that. Nope, not that. There we go. Okay, now we do one of these and extend all of that. And then same thing over here, but these two are only going to get extended for half a measure. And then same thing with this. Okay, so I just randomly added this in. Let's see, because this doesn't actually do anything for us. I'll click that. Oh, whoops, I had step edit on still. Okay, so that sounds better. I don't think this instrument that's selected is correct yet. I've always thought that the vocoder could be used in the music of some game with some instrument like pads to hide a secret. Yeah, it's kind of like a lot of the Zelda tracks that they'd released in the last probably 15 years had some reversed portion of the track. I think musical Easter eggs are frustrating for repeat listens because the surprise is gone and then it just kind of stands out in the track still. All right, so yeah, this is the thing we got to fix. What does it sound like right now? Yeah, I don't know what I want exactly, but not this. So if I just keep clicking down here, what is this? No, that doesn't work. Click this, then click down. No. I don't know what I'm doing. I messed this up somehow. Ooh, that's interesting. Any more release? Okay, this is the best we've had so far. Like, this instrument at least sounds like it fits. It's pretty soft and sweet. So do we use it? Yeah, I think we should. Okay, let's key it in then. This I'll just record. I think it'll be easier. All right, count me down. I forgot how it goes. Hold on a second. Yeah, there we go. All right, start there. Does it quantize? It can quantize for me. We might as well run this through a quantizer right now. There. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Oh, I don't like that. Put that there. Make it louder. Make it end sooner. This is quite lovely. What is quantized? So imagine you had some notes that were played like this that are just sort of, they don't align with these pretty much beats. They don't align with some fraction of a beat. You could quantize it to move this one like here automatically and this one here automatically. So now they align, and you can even change their length so that they fit within these, so that they're in even duration. So yeah, when I quantize it, you'll now see everything lines up with something. It might not be the correct line, but it's no longer at some like arbitrary boundary. Oh, what happened there? No, 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 no. I did that thing again. What did I mess up? I mean, in this case, we could probably find that instrument again, but what happened? How'd I even open that menu? Like, what am I doing that's causing that to happen? I have no idea, and I ruined it. I wonder if we can just Command Z and get back there, or if it's gonna undo. Oh God, I don't know what I did. Oh man. All right, well, it shouldn't be that hard to find the name of that instrument. No, here it is. That's not difficult. And actually, it's already configured on here. So if I just sync, maybe it'll go the correct direction. No, it didn't. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I do not like that. How do I switch back? Yeah, and then I changed some things over here. And I changed this. All right, it should sound pretty much the same now. No, what did I do? I don't know. Yeah, you can store the presets. I don't know what I'm doing to delete them. Like, I shouldn't need to store them. I'm just overwriting them somehow. Like, they're saved in FL Studio. Anyway. Well, what else would I have modified there? All right, well, let's listen to this again. It doesn't sound the same. That's wrong, whatever that was. Why is that? Why does that sound so weird? Huh, yeah, nice. What are those weird chirps? Where'd those chirps come from? that's a bit off too. Okay, that's pretty decent. All right, so next up, let's get, what time is it? Yeah, I've got some time. Let's get something like this. And one of these sounded better than the other one. I think I like the ordinary hi-hats one. Just hi-hats and nothing else. I'm not sure yet. I want to see how this would sound. Because I think this could be okay if it's muted to some extent. I don't know how to do that. Maybe just a filter. Yeah, a filter on top of this I think could work. All right, let's just throw some of these down. All right, I'm just gonna put them every beat for now, just so we can hear what it sounds like when I try to mute them. Yeah, so there's that. Now let's send this to track 6. And then in 6, we're gonna put in a high pass filter. Where are the filters? There. So let's get a normal. I mean, I guess we can just change this. I just want to use some like do it for me kind of thing. Maybe something like this. Can I play this alongside? It doesn't let me do that. Just makes it sound like a drumstick hitting the side of a drum. So maybe we should change some of these a bit. I never really realized that about percussion. That if you do apply a high pass filter, it's just changing what kind of percussion it is. Yeah, well, that could sound okay, and then we just don't do it every beat, obviously. And lower it maybe. And then some hi-hats. Or sort of, yeah. Well, there's one other thing I wanted to add to this potentially, and I found an instrument earlier, and I want to find this again because percussion I can come up with something later. But while I'm streaming, let me look at where was this? It's one of the bass ones, and it's early on in this in the set of these. This one. Where are you in here? Gotcha. It's a little too low. You ever go back in your streams and watch a VOD to clips settings or instruments you liked but might have accidentally skipped? Not for music, no, but it has helped for coding in the past. All right, I think I've changed my mind on this specific instrument. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. There are a lot of these I can look through. No. 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 Wait, what? These aren't even bass instruments anymore. How do we just pick these? I would expect the down button to have gone... Huh, I guess it doesn't do that. Types, maybe? We change it here? Okay, now it'll probably work. Oh, this isn't linked anymore. All right, let's link it. That didn't do anything, did it? It's not working. Ask to type menu? Huh. I don't even think you can customize keybinds, so I'm not sure where that is. There might be something in here somewhere that shows you what they are without letting you customize them, I guess. I don't even know where it would be. Yeah. Huh. Strange, though. So how do I get this to reflect what I actually have here? Doesn't look like it's doing anything anymore. Oh, now it's working. Okay. Yeah, there was something I wanted to try with this. I think this is too low. Nope. Can't use that. Does this have two different tones? It does. Sounds like it's clipping. I'm not gonna use that. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I like this. I don't know what we should play with it, but I think it's kind of just best to improv the bass at some point and then work on it. But I don't have any great ideas. But yeah, let's just throw in some notes for now. In fact, let's record and then throw in notes. Oh, hey Maya, welcome in. We're making music. Howdy, everybody. Let me give a shout out to Maya. I don't even know who's watching right now. Yeah, I'm working on some music for Skeleseller. I'm just about to add in a bass line, but I'm gonna make a very, very basic one. So let me do this really fast. Let's see. Okay. Is this DJ Toenail? Hey Becca, hey Tops. Are you a music producer? No, I'm not. I've made music for the games that I've worked on while streaming on Twitch, but that's about it. So this will be the 5th soundtrack. I've worked on 4 other ones for Skeleseller. Those are already in the game. Those actually sound pretty nice. I can pull one of those up. Let me save this first. The last one I did was this one. Let me play this for you all. I'm waiting for it to load. Okay, there we go. I like this a lot. Musical genius. I definitely wouldn't say that. I think to some people, music is one of those like, oh, I could never do that. But given that you're in programming, I bet you could do this eventually. And it's just a matter of sort of piercing into this. Anyway, the day's going well. I wanted to take it easy today. We did some very basic stuff for Skeleseller. And I released a new version, and now we're working on music. And I'm pretty happy with how this new tune is coming out. Like, I like the instrumentation. It's very basic sounding right now because I only just started it in the afternoon. Oh, it's way louder than I remember it being. Hang on one sec. Oh no, it reverted something. That's why it's louder. It didn't save the changes I made to this. It's got a star next to it, though. Oh, no. All right, how do we... 0 and 5. These are the changes I made, aren't they? Oh, this sounds different. So star would mean unsaved, except for I just loaded from the save thing that I had. Why is this... Oh, man. That means any other thing I did probably also wasn't saved. I wonder what I'm supposed to do for this. I really have to figure this out because I don't want to have to keep making these changes. It's not one of those. I think I just need to go into here and save this somehow. I don't know how to do that. There it is. Save preset. Save as opening preset. Man. All right, so let's link this, which should change my instrument here. Yeah. And then let's see, did this thing get messed up? It did. Man. All right, yeah, these are supposed to both be 0. There's what, fine tuning? Oh, I see. That's fine. I don't mind. Okay, how's that sound now? Wow, no, that is wrong too. Okay, what if we change this? Still sounds different from what I had earlier. Oh my goodness, how did I mess this up? What did I do wrong? Oh no, man. Maybe it's a different instrument that sounds different at this point. Like many were unsaved. It's entirely possible. So save this one as, I guess, this too. Well, what? What just happened? I don't know what I just did, but I'm messing every possible thing up. Here we go. I want to save this as that. Save. God, I'll never remember what I did. I probably changed this too. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. Like, is even this the same? It still sounds way higher up than it should be, which would suggest that this never changed. Or it's not linked. It's not linked, maybe? I don't know what I did. Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I messed up. I don't know what I messed up. Because I don't think I did anything else. Oh wait, maybe I changed something here? Hang on. No, I don't think so. Wait, why aren't these being reflected here now? This thing keeps unlinking. Yeah, maybe it's one of these. Now I feel the reverb's getting in the way. Although that's probably because I'm changing it as I do this, aren't I? Let's see what that sounds like. There's a click sound now. All right, so save. That's not how that's supposed to sound either. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's wrong. Do, 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 do. Oops. It's supposed to be like that. All right. Oh, there we go. It's command middle click apparently. Alt command middle click. I don't know how I'm doing that. now something else is off though. But I wouldn't remember what I changed for these things. Let's see if I can maybe figure this out. I got this to be softer somehow. Oh, I think I changed the waves on this. In which case, that's going to be nearly impossible for me to figure out again. Who knows? I bet I changed something over here. Wait, no, I don't see any differences here. Because I already modified this. So I just need to save this as a new thing? This can't be how you have to do this. There's got to be some way to make it so that you don't need to make these changes every time or save these as presets. Especially if it already had the changes to this. What about this one? Sounds fine too. I'm going to save this here. Doesn't want to put a 2 at the end. I can't delete this? What? What's going on? That's strange. I can't type in here. Maybe because it's the maximum number of characters, but I can't delete them either. Oh no, the backspace is going up to there. It's not even being typed into here. This is very buggy, I think. Yeah, I can't type in here. Oh man. I don't know what to do. I've clearly modified this and it knows about the modifications, but somehow it sounded different when I opened this. All right, well, maybe we just ignore it. I'm just going to hit save again. Huh. I don't know why that's not working. Thanks, Kung Fu. I appreciate it. All right, so now let's add in, let's go over to here. And this is all in pattern 1 so far. So I'm just going to cram that over there. And then we'll go back to this. I turned these off. No, I didn't turn these off. It's just a giant scroll bar. Yeah, there are the drums. Turn those off from here. We'll make a new pattern. Call this drums. Put the pattern in here. And put some of these in. And press L. Wow, seriously? What is causing that to happen? Did I put 2 of these in? No. It's like totally detuned now. Oh man, I don't know what I messed up. I broke every possible thing apparently. Like, what's doing that? How is it even possible? Are any of these linked still? This one is. What if I just unlink it? No, it's still just bad. Oh man, what did I do? I've never had this problem before, which is weird because I've used this synth before. I wonder if it's the firmware that changed that messed everything up. So that all sounds fine. Let's close out of this stuff. Yeah, these all sound fine individually. So why do they sound bad when they're played together? Maybe because they're all using... Oh, maybe because I cloned them? Do I have to, like, make this its own instance somehow? That's the only thing I can think of. Is that they're, like, competing for sound channels or something. And I don't know what you're supposed to do about that if that is the problem. Especially because when I play it on a pattern, it doesn't sound bad. Now it does. Wow. Wow. The only thing I can think is that when I was trying to type, I changed some setting that I can't see what I even changed. Yeah, no, this just sounds terrible now. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know what I could have changed. Maybe it was one of these somehow. Blend recorded notes. What does it even do? Not even recorded though. Man, what did I do? All right, let's mute everything. So that one sounds fine. That sounds fine. Does a combination sound fine? Yes. What about this? Oh, now that's wrong. Okay, so something here changed. What about just playing this on its own? It's in a different... It's at a different pitch completely. Yeah, this says -1 now. Look at that. We just have to set that to 0. How did I mess this up? There we go. Oh my god. That was frustrating. Okay, so now we put these back on and switch over to this. Oh, maybe... Okay, I think I understand what's going on. Does pressing L change that? No. I was going to say maybe L changes this and it changed something over here. All right, well, going back to what I was actually trying to do here. If I go back to this, yeah, we've got our percussion and it should just play some of these for now. Yeah. All right, so let's change it back to song. Probably make this 8. And then put this in every 8. This isn't 8. 16? No. Yeah, 16. Except for now I want it to be 32. Okay. Can't you just extend it and it repeats? Probably. Yeah, I probably could. I still think something changed on one of those other instruments, and I can't remember what it should have been. I know I have the VOD that I can look back at. But what a problem. All right, I'm going to hold off on this for now. I want to figure out the first thing. think that's probably better. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to save this, and I'm going to reload the whole thing, and we're going to see if it breaks. So that, I just changed all the cycle envelope things. I'm going to go right back into where I was, which is here. We're going to click advanced, go down to this, and they're off. Yeah. So you don't need to save this. So how could I have broken it? I wonder if it involves going to a different track altogether and then coming back into this and then it breaks. I'm going to test that. Because I wonder if maybe one of these things was linked and something went wrong. Let's try playing this. There. Now let's go back to the other one. Stupid work they get paid to do. No, that's totally fine. I'll figure this out. I also need to figure out what's causing this for the future too, because I'll probably run into this problem again. Yeah, okay, everything just went back to the sucky thing. the bad way of playing. What caused this? It's this instrument is fine now. It's this one that's broken. And it's even using this preset that I saved. Wait, what? This Windows? Okay, there we go. I don't know. I don't know what went wrong. If I link this to my... It's not supposed to sound like that. Maybe it doesn't remember the... I don't even know what it would remember. Man. Now it's correct. So the problem is that it's not reinitializing these macros correctly, and that's it. So if I just change this over here, like I just click where it is already, and then click this where it is already. I guess the same thing over here. Sounds better now. This is like totally unacceptable. Mini Freak V FL Studio not saving macros. Plugin won't save parameters. The only thing I can think is that there is a firmware update for my hardware here, but I shouldn't even need the hardware plugged in. Like if I just turn this off, so now link to controller is not even an option. If I go back to the old thing, I'm not going to save this. So if this is the problem, this is at least a little bit better. I could just remember to turn this off. Oh, I might have needed to play this first. Yeah, I didn't try that. This is the broken sound, right? Yeah, it's specifically this macro. What is this even controlling? So it doesn't have to do with the hardware being plugged in. Oh, man. It's purely the VST that's not initializing correctly. Yeah, but I don't know what to do about this because in the future, there's no way I'm going to remember this. I'll be like, oh, I got to fix a broken note or something, or I want to change the ending slightly. So I go in and tweak it and it sounds totally different. Is there some way to reinitialize all this stuff? Man, this is so bad. So bad. I don't know what just happened with FL Studio. Okay, there we go. All right, maybe I should just do a firmware update. I don't even think you can do it from here. I think you have to do it from an external app. And I don't know how that would help, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how that would help. I wonder how you upgrade this or update this. About. You can't help user manual FAQ. Now, how do you update this? Firmware update. If I click this, does it tell me what changed? No. How to update. It's not that though. I want the virtual version updated. Man, what are you supposed to do? Okay. So let's go to this. I'll run the firmware update. Maybe that's what causes it to update everything else. Please wait, license synchronization in progress. It's a plugin, yeah. Okay, my updates. It says no updates available. What? Yeah, what? If I click this, it says update is not supported in DAWs. Please open this standalone application. Oh, you can't even open the software center thing? You got to open this specifically? Oh. Okay, so now we're in the standalone thing. Now I click firmware update and it should work. Your version is not shown, and the latest version is 4.0.1. So sure, download and install it. While that's running, mini free 4.0.1 firmware. Can we see what this changed? They listed 4.0 out over here. I'd love patch notes or something to know. Does this address my bug? I don't think they share that anywhere. Yeah, I don't think they share that. Patch notes. Okay. Where did people mention 4.0.1? Don't mention anything about loading wavetables. Maybe a reinstall of the plugin could help. I assume that's pretty much, well, I guess it's not the plugin that's happening here with this, but man. Yeah. What an absolute shame this would be. Like, this is one of the big reasons I got this instrument is so that I could make music for games. And I did with the other track that I made. And now I'm wondering, like, did I change the macros and just something got messed up? I can't think of what this would be. All right, well, it's at 41%. I All right, well, if this problem still happens, I wonder what I should do. Because one thing I could do is go into every single one of these plugins and change the macros to just exactly what they are. It feels like there's got to be some better way about this. Do they have a forum here? Yeah, community forum. I wonder if they talk about maybe this. Does anyone mention macro stuff on here? Macro crash. Still having after following these steps. Thanks. Looks like I found a bug. It's only happening on a patch I'm making. Please have a look at this. What? Well, it sounds like I could post about it at least. And then maybe they would be able to fix it at some point. Oh, there are some release notes? If you go to 4.0.1. Aftertouch ranges have been improved. Switching FX between vocoder. No longer triggers an output volume boost. Okay, thanks for telling me about this at least. I should probably write this down. Mini Freak patch notes are on this page if you click the firmware version, e.g. searching for 4.0.1. This page being there. VST patch notes. Where'd that page go? Vocoder edition, Mini Freak V. Here it is, released on, no, not the same date. So I guess it's possible this isn't up to date for me. Bug fixes when linked. These things are all communicated. How do I know if I'm up to date on this thing? Has this finished updating? It's almost done. I'm not even trying to check that. I guess it'd be in the about. 4.0.1, 6181. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this is somehow updating itself. I don't know how, because I don't think I did that. Update successful. Wait for it to reboot. Do not turn it off. This can take up to a minute. Sure. I'll wait. I'll be on hold. I have very little confidence that this is going to fix things unless I just literally now updated this. Like I'm updating the hardware, but I don't know about the software. But yeah, I should report a bug. Waiting for this to finish. It says up to a minute. Okay. I just had to call it out. All right, so this is a standalone application. We can close this, I think. Actually, we probably should wait. Is it working again? Yeah, it is. Although it still says firmware update. Your Mini Freak is up to date. Cool. So let's close out of this. Let's reopen this thing. Don't save. And see if it sounds broken again. Because maybe somehow it all fixed itself. Wouldn't that be great? No, it is not. Yeah, it still has the wrong macro here. So listen to this versus... Sounds totally different. I wonder if this thought it was set to 100 or something? And again, if I save and then reload it, it's still going to be broken, I guess. Probably initializes whatever the default is. Yeah, it might. I'll need to just report a bug, I guess. Yeah. Back to being broken. Oh, this says it's at 1 right now. I think I saved it at 0. Let's just save it at 5. So 5 has a very soft sound. Maybe it's not even saving in the project. Maybe I need to do this, save as opening preset. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Where's the manual? I don't want tutorials. I want the manual. It's a preset that's selected when you open the instrument. Save as opening. It's not even shown in the manual. Save as opening preset. Yeah, weird. Huh. They don't say what that does. All right, I mean, let's click it, I suppose, and just see what happens. Save as opening preset. Are you sure you want to change the opening preset? What does this mean? What am I doing? I don't even. Yeah, I don't know what this means. Options only available in pigments. This is something totally different. Set an opening preset. Standalone doesn't have the option to set an opening preset. I was going to say you left it before it was closed. What? What is this? This is something different totally anyway, but I wonder if it's similar. Standalone doesn't have that. They don't even talk about this stuff. So weird. Yeah, there's no information about this. So I'll just click it. We'll just see what happens. I'll click overwrite. And now I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to open this again. I'm kind of curious if that's just going to fix this somehow. It doesn't. So I don't know what that does. Well, I'm lost. Yeah, I'll need to report a bug. I guess let's just go do that now. I wonder what this shows when I do this. All right, sign in. Technical support. Are you experiencing problems with one of our product? Your product. I guess technically it's a Mini Freak V. Serial number. Okay, I got to do this off stream, I guess. I don't even know what this is. Yeah, fine. I'll report this afterward. The issue is just that FL Studio isn't saving the macro for probably any of these. Changing the value to literally the exact same thing it already is will fix it, but I have to do that every time I open the project. There's only one other thing I could think of here, and it's that maybe FL Studio needs to be updated. This is build 4541. All right, what is this supposed to be? FL Studio current version. Do they say somewhere? Well, I think it just auto downloads new versions of it. Yeah, they're up to 4597. So I probably need to just try updating this first and then seeing if it fixes it. I should update FL Studio first. They're up to 4597, but I'm on 4541. Or at least 4597. And that was downloaded today when I opened FL Studio. Okay, well, I'll try that. Maybe it'll fix it, maybe not. But I'm a little annoyed by this, and I don't want to make any more progress if it's just going to keep undoing the changes I make to the instruments. And I just saved new presets that I don't want. And I modified whatever opening preset means. Maybe what that means is when you add a new plugin, by default, it's going to open to that one, which would be, yeah, I think that is what happens. Huh, well. And funnily enough, it didn't even save the macro for this. Listen. It's got a lot softer when I click this. Yeah, he's recognizing and not saving it. Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, that's it. I can only handle so much of this. So I'll look at this for a little bit longer, maybe afterward. With that said, I think at least having the foundation of this is pretty good. I think typing in the rest of the notes is going to be pretty easy. And then just coming up with the right instrumentation and the harmony and then the drums. And then any like last minute touches that I want to do. But now that I have these speakers, the new ones that I got, I think it's at least easier to hear the subtleties in the music. So let's go raid out. You liking the monitors? Yeah. There's just one problem, which is that every once in a while they have this like buzzing sound. I think I need a different audio interface. I think it's only on Windows that it happens too. I think it's only when I'm playing a game. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll leave you with the Discord server if you want. We're going to go over to Fern. And I will see you all next time, which would be Monday. Goodbye.